We're going live.
What's up, Jake?
What's going on? What's going on?
Man, I had to throw that. Hey, what's up, Rock? You know, thank God Rocky is here because he switched to Periscope. What's up with that? I don't know, but he was on YouTube a second ago. But you can't.
Oh, he's on. So we're live on Periscope and YouTube.
Yeah, you know that's a good sign. But if he ever doesn't show up, I will know that we're not actually on live. So good to have you, Stephen Louder, in the house. How's it going, sir? Good to see you.
What's up, Steve?
So yeah, and 2420 Tigress. Hey, what's up?
Oh yes, Tigress, man.
Sweet. So how you doing? I won't even go. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's like we start every day with the problems that we had getting up and going. So tonight it's going to be if our lips don't match the video. Sorry, we worked on that for what 35 minutes now.
Yeah.
We give up. We just give up. We need
a. You know, this technical stuff is crazy. We're still learning. So that's why we say around 9 p.m. Eastern. So we were going back and forth, trying to turn on Zoom, turn off Zoom, trying to get the voices to sync. Can you hear both of us? That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's a good point. Can you hear us?
Right.
Yes, on both. Okay, good deal. Good. Glad to hear it. So, how's everything down in the Sunshine State?
Well, actually, a cold front came through. When we say cold front in South Florida, we're talking about like in the low 70s, high 60s, you know. But it did come through with some nasty wind. We had a couple of funnel spouts. But prayers out to Georgia and Alabama, man. They got crushed with tornadoes, man.
That was definitely the wrong place at the wrong time, and yeah, definitely prayers go out to them. And just a thing to let you know, Glaystone's in the house as well too.
Glayvorkia, yeah.
Yes, sir. Hey, and also let you know, chat follows way behind. I don't know if you guys are used to the Restream IO, but it does lag. So if we don't look like we're answering quickly, then it's just because that's a little dragging. So please have some.
And we're a little slow, so.
And we're slow. It takes a while to read. We have to break out a dictionary to see what words mean. But Tiger saying teens in northern Wisconsin. I guess that's Wisconsin. Yeah, cold. Yeah.
Wow.
We've had in the southeast so much rain. If we can marry a little bit of cold weather with a little bit of rain, we'd have massive amounts of snow. One day, that's it. Just enough to break out ATVs and go do something fun in the snow. I will close work in a heartbeat if that happens. But yeah.
Now, you know, it's funny. Isn't Noah's Ark the museum or the Ark or whatever in Nashville? I wonder if that thing actually floats or it's just a museum.
Well, since God said he won't destroy the earth in a flood, we won't know.
Right. Just in case. At least it's close to you. And I know you'll get your family on the head if you have to just stomp on everybody. So, welcome, everybody. Please share this out. My name is Jake from Total News Network. We got Rich here from 1600 Reasons Why. Together, we make Vantage Point. Just a lighthearted show. We don't claim to be experts on anything. We just love our God. We support our president, and here we are to have a show, and welcome everybody.
Yeah, and Cynthia in the house as well. Mayor of Realville, 1319, 50s in the Florida. Oh, that's got to be like a slap in the face for the people down in Florida, 50s at night. Crazy.
Yes, upper Florida does get colder than down here. I'm in South Florida here. Might as well say almost Cuba at this point. But I do notice there's always a difference. But that front came in and you could see when the storms came, man, it got nasty here. And then all of a sudden it was nice and cool. It's nice, actually.
Good deal. Well, I guess we'll jump into it a little bit here. So let's go with this one first. First story is...
I'm the boss. How about that? I'm the boss. How about that?
Green New Deal?
How about that?
No, even better. Come back. New York leaders are now begging Amazon to reconsider, okay? And we talked about this last week, and we talked about, the fact that, Bezos just will pick up his ball and go home, which is exactly what he did. Now Cuomo is putting out that letter asking if they can come back. So it's just a couple of things they said I really find out. Holly Sullivan says that we think we could have got New York done, but you have to say at what cost, referring to the local opposition. And I think it's great that Cuomo spokesman Dan Lever last night blamed the Senate. AOC I think is what that's meaning. Terrible blunder, and claimed the government will now take over the process and can comfortably assure Amazon the approval will get done.
Wow.
Too little, too late. They're gone. Why would they even come back? And this was Cuomo's appeal, his plea basically to Amazon. He said, Cuomo brought up the polls that showed a majority of New Yorkers supported the deal despite the vocal minority that snatched up headlines. We know the public debate that followed the announcement of the Long Island City project was rough and not very welcoming. But when we commit to a project as important as this, we figure out how to get it done in a way that works for everyone. That's what his open letter said to Bezos. If I was Bezos, I'd give him one of them and say, you know what, you had your chance, and you didn't say anything to her until you felt the repercussions of the New York people. It's not like Cuomo jumped out ahead of the game and said, wait a minute, AOC is not representative of what we're trying to do here. We denounce everything she said about you, but guess what? Didn't do it, so it's going to be too late. What do you think?
What I think is you're talking about Cuomo and de Blasio, Dumb and Dumber, as I call them. Personally, I know that area very well. I'm from New York my whole life. I did trucking in that area forever. I do agree the traffic would be horrendous, but you're talking about what, 160,000 jobs?
Right.
I mean, and this clown socialist who wants to ban airplanes and ban meat and hamburgers is going to flush out Amazon. What I say to that is, like I said before, bring it here. Jeff Bezos, bring that to Upper Florida where we got crushed with a hurricane. We'll welcome you here with open arms. We have no state tax here. Bring it on, man. That's what I say.
Yeah, the mayor of Realville is talking about taking advice from a 29-year-old bartender is just insane. Yeah, there's many times you look across the bars, they're spilling out their, and you think to yourself, yeah, no, probably not going to listen to that. And Cynthia's, she and her boyfriend are under investigation by the FEC. Now,
yes, dark money.
Oh, wasn't aware of that. I had to work.
Yes, dark money. AOC's in trouble with campaign financing. Allegedly, he was hiding some funds. And when you say dark money, that's not a reference to his skin color, by the way, because we're not racist here. But I'm sure if you say dark money, since the guy's dark skin, they're going to try to make that racist connection to divert from the criminal activity. What else is new?
Yeah, crazy. Well, we'll see what happens. Anyway, I don't think the New York deal is going to happen. I think there were some valid points of why it would be hard to do it. Like you said, infrastructure, traffic, all that. But man, I'll tell you what, the money they'd bring to that place, I think, yeah, they should have been, I think they should have gotten in touch with the people a little bit more. And that's what we said last week. Just remember, when it comes to election time and you want to actually push your agenda, squeaky wheel always gets the grease. Perfect example of this. Minority is what he said, and it was a minority. Unfortunately, a few people screwed it up for the rest of the people. Yeah, right. And Dorothy Rue 25 says Bezos could ask for an even sweeter deal from just about any place now. Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely true. Yeah, and you know, he deals from a position of power now going into any of these places, because anybody who thought before, well, you know, the deal's too far along, they're not going to pull out of it now, just learned a valuable lesson. The deal is never too far along to pull out. So yeah,
that's right.
Could happen.
And who taught us that? The art of the deal, President Trump. Sometimes you just got to walk away. You know, you got to walk from the deal, just like he did in North Korea.
Yeah.
Everybody was like calling it a failure. I don't call it a failure. I call all the presidents before Trump, when they were dealing with North Korea, a failure, especially a couple of them that gave him money with false promises. He walked because he didn't see any commitment.
Yeah,
of course he's gonna walk.
Yeah, bending over is a failure more so than what he did. At least he walked away. There was no ill will. You know, he said, you know, we look forward to getting together again. You know, so at least he left it on an amicable basis, and that's what you want to do with somebody who has nuclear weapons as well. You have to deal with them. So, yeah. So,
you know, I'm glad you brought the nuclear weapons up. You know, it's so easy to get involved in these small little fights, like, oh, is Hillary going to go to jail for her emails? Or, oh, MAGA's fighting MAGA? Or is QAnon real? But make no mistake, there are nukes out there that could just end the world, at least end a couple of countries. We got some serious problems here. Yeah. And thank God we have President Trump in charge, who's like not taking any crap from anybody. America first, you know, stopping China from stealing all of our IP and stuff. So, yeah, it's pretty serious.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I'm going to be, I mean, the triggering mechanisms and what the accountability is going to be on the intellectual property rights going to be the sticky point. How do you actually enforce that? You know, so, but we'll see. Like, you know, at least he's getting a deal, you know, and that's one thing that in our favor, and that's one thing that hasn't happened before. You know, you were talking about, so we'll go on to this story here now.
Real quick before you move, as far as China stealing intellectual property, we don't have to worry about that on this show. There's nothing intellectual on this show, so we don't have to worry about that. Go ahead.
If you can take this and make it better, you're doing something. So, so I wouldn't normally come to the defense of Katy Perry, and so I'm not going to start now. But
oh God,
yeah. So this is funny. No, oh, by the way, no, Jake doesn't Jake read text. This is coming from the mayor of Realville. Jake, I'll let you go ahead and let him know what's up with your
All right,
chat.
let me explain that real quick. Okay, back in the day, before I cut my internet out, I had Uverse. Constantly was going on and off, and I would pay attention to chat religiously. At this point right now, I can't see chat. All I can do is stare at this camera in front of me. I'm running Zoom on my hotspot on my phone. Rich is trying to do everything, run the show, pull up graphics, try to respond to chat. I do not mean to ignore your chat. I just don't see any chat right now. I used to have my monitor going, and I would be on my phone. Right now, my phone can barely push Zoom, so I do apologize if you're chatting to me. I usually watch the show after this, and then I could try to reach out to you on Twitter. So, and Rich is trying to watch chat. All I got to do is sit here and look good, and that's hard enough. So I apologize for that.
Yeah, and I have no social media skills at all. I have no social media really accounts. I have a Twitter. I think I was there a month ago. Which, by the way, World Police is in the house. Pat, hope everything's doing well for you. Glad to see you. Glad to have you. Okay, so that covered the chat thing.
Well, real quick, we will straighten that out, and I will be back to chat.
Yeah.
And I love interacting with the audience. So it's killing me to not actually see chat. All I get to do is stare at this camera in front of me.
Yeah, the mayor said I figured as much. So they know it. So
I appreciate your patience, and share this out, because I can't even share it out.
So once again, not going to defend Katy Perry, the story that everybody knows about or may not know about. So we're going to cover this here. Katy Perry made shoes supposedly that evoke blackface. She's been accused of racially insensitive fashion before. Okay, so here's the thing about this. Okay, so this is what happens when a shoe has sex with Mr. Potato Head. This is what it looks like right here. Okay, this is what Katy Perry put out there, and it would have been okay, except for the fact that she put this shoe out as well. All right. And so when she put this shoe out, everybody said, I don't know, that she was sitting around thinking, how am I going to make people mad? Maybe I'm going to, do that. So my
sometimes they do. Some people do that shock value stuff.
Do you think Katy Perry actually did that? Let's not forget, she made this shoe too.
Okay. So some people say there's no such thing as bad publicity. And Madonna was famous for that. She said that. There's no
Right.
such thing as bad publicity. And then during an interview, they accused her of sleeping with a lot of people, and she said, "No, I just slept with the right ones."
There
So
you
I
go.
wanted to throw that in there.
There you go. So you got that. So what I
By
did.
the way,
so what
cheers,
I.
to Ash Wednesday. Really, I should be cheers into, Fat Tuesday yesterday, but today's Wednesday.
There you
So
go.
cheers, Captain and Coke.
Yeah, and this is what happens on this end when I've had too much of Ash Wednesday. So this is the Samuel L. Jackson shoe that I came out with. Now, if she had put out this shoe, I could see that I could see that being an issue. Okay, but she didn't put out that shoe. But if she had put out this shoe, she should have also put out this shoe. This is the Donald Trump shoe to answer for the against that. So.
Is it orange?
Yes, that is a legitimate the hairstyle from one of the Trump images. So yes.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and it's crazy because if you look at this is a sweater that Gucci put out. That Gucci we deeply apologize for the offense caused by the wool. I can't even pronounce it. I call it baklava jumper. We can confirm that the item has been immediately removed. It's just, I don't know why these people just don't say, listen, this is an outfit. We put it out there. It means nothing. It's got stupid red lips on a sweater. It's got Mr. Potato Head features on a shoe, and just leave it up there for once, because once again, the squeaky wheel gets the grease and the squeaky wheel makes a noise, and these people are suddenly ripping this stuff off of their things. So they're weak-minded, and the shoes don't deserve to be sold, if nothing else. Cynthia says, I wouldn't wear those shoes to clean dog shit out of the yard. I love that. That was
Now,
awesome.
it's funny talking about shoes real quick. I don't know if you guys seen last week, they were doing this Vans challenge, hashtag Vans challenge, and everybody was throwing their Vans shoes up in the air, and supposedly they always land upright, like a cat, I guess. So I made a funny tweet on, I think it was Choose Total News, maybe my new one, at Jake TNN. I shift accounts regularly, and I did a van falling off of a bridge, landing upside down. I said, somebody owes me a new van, because that crap didn't happen. Didn't land straight up. So it's like a cheap joke.
I remember the last time you rolled that van out in the country. That didn't land straight up either, did it?
No, that one wasn't good.
That's
a whole nother story.
That was a bad day. So we got Rich F in the house. Cynthia's in the house.
Rich from Texas. Welcome, man. I haven't seen Rich in Texas. I think you're talking about Rich in Texas, because I can't see chat, by the way.
Right.
Welcome. If that's you, I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, and Glevorkian, hypersensitivity is killing America. Absolutely true. World Police, that's Pat, impact versus intent. People don't consider that in a response. And then, Rocky's got a link. People go check it out. I'm not clicking anything, because if I click something, we lose the whole broadcast. So, So we're not going to do that. But so one of the other things that we were going to talk about, and this is down in your neck of the woods, the massage parlors that got busted up, huh? How about that?
Yes. So, that's the massage with a happy ending.
Yeah.
And promo code Patriots. Got it.
Yeah. So Mr. Kraft got busted there, and actually that pro golfer, last name Corda, her boyfriend was also busted. How does that conversation go that night when you get home? It's pretty rough. But one of the things that did kind of bother me about it was that, President Trump had made the comments at the State of the Union speech regarding the trafficking coming across from the border. And I'll play that real quick here.
Sexually assaulted on the long journey north. Smugglers use migrant children as human pawns to exploit our laws and gain access to our country. Human traffickers and sex traffickers take advantage of the wide open areas between our ports of entry to smuggle thousands of young girls and women into the United States and to sell them into prostitution and modern-day slavery.
Okay, so the thing about that is people were saying, well, that was Asian. That's not Hispanic. But yet I went back and found this article back in 2015. I thought was pretty pronounced. And sorry that volume on that recording was very low. It was the loudest I could get it. It talks about this Mexican town is the sex trafficking capital of the world. And this was an article that says 2 hours southeast of Mexico City lies a town where forced prostitution is not only the norm, but a booming business that employs most of the city's 10,000 residents. Tenancingo, Mexico, widely considered sex trafficking capital of the world, is the single largest source of sex slaves sent to the U.S. And so for them to say that, yeah, no, this was Asians, no. The single largest source, and it talks about funny, it says the article describing new city to farm sex pipelines in which prostitutes from Mexico working mostly in Queens, New York, are delivered to farms by traffickers to have sex with migrant workers. Okay, so not only are they sending the workers over here, but then they send the prostitutes here after that. Crazy stuff. Yeah. Yeah, no, it was it was in Mexico. So yeah, they are coming across in droves. That was back in 2015. I guarantee you that that has only gone a higher level. The other thing that, and actually I don't see it as far as the link on it, but I wanted to talk about Google. All right, for everyone who loves Google out there, raise your hands. Yeah, nobody. Yeah, well, okay, so Google is refusing to scrap that app that they have over there. I don't know if you've heard about the Abashir app. Okay, so this app allows, now the whole thing about it was they are able to have this app where they can lock down their women's passport numbers. They get notifications if they try to buy airplane tickets. Anywhere they travel within Saudi Arabia is sent back to them in this app. And so Google was supposed to review this app and see if it violated, okay, which Google said no. They said did the review and found it doesn't violate any of the firm's rules. All right, which is just amazing to me. You know, you have women activists. Hold on, Jake lost audio on my.
I don't have audio.
You got it now. Don't worry about it. That was on. Okay. That was on my end. Thank you for the notification, guys. Because yeah, we need you. We need.
Oh, after the video, yeah. Sometimes we don't turn the mic back on.
Yeah, he didn't talk too much in that amount of time, so you didn't.
And nothing important anyway.
No, I mean it was priceless. We'll have to go back. I'll play the audio. I'm recording it anyway, so we'll have to put that back out there as nuggets. But anyway, so the gist of it is this. Google, the two-faced bastards that they are, that are only interested in the almighty dollar, go into Saudi Arabia, allow this app to be played, but yet as a parent company of other companies that censor people like us just for speaking out against the leftist regimes that have taken control of this country, gets censored every day. It is amazing to me that they will let this women's rights violation go, but over here, you know, it's... So anyway, so now Mariah Carey, you know, she was going over there after the death of Khashoggi, and everybody was saying you shouldn't do that. She went anyway. Black Eyed Peas were over there for that Formula E car race they had in Riyadh. So
right.
Yeah. So yeah. So anyway,
I wouldn't even show my face after that New Year's debacle. I mean, after that, why would you even show your face ever again?
Man, that was
you know what?
Bad. We will play that next time. I'm going to pull that up because I just remember shock and awe watching that. That was
and that was karma because she treated Ryan Seacrest like crap. And Ryan said, "Oh, are you ready? Did you rehearse?" She's like, "Ryan, I don't need to rehearse." And she was all like,
"I remember that,
being a whatever she is, a diva or whatever."
Yeah,
maybe 20 years ago. and she just looked like a fool. I loved it.
Yeah. So, chat slowed down. I don't know if we lost it, if someone typed something, so I know if that's gone. But if it is, that's, I don't know how much more you had. That's about all I had. Jake,
Well, sometimes you got to refresh it, and chat has not been the same for a year or more. I remember chat used to be great, and I would go on a broadcast and I would type something, and then I would see everybody's response. But even when I go live, whether it's on my phone or on computer or this, chat just like disappears. The hearts go away if you like type something. It's really crazy. Once again, I can't even see chat. Rich is trying to do everything. God bless Rich, man, for doing it all. I definitely need to get my internet going back. The problem is they don't offer anything in this condo that I bought in this area. They offer crap, and I'm not paying a lot of money for junk, so I'm just using my hotspot.
And he's on the wrong side of the building to get the satellite stuff.
Yeah, I can't even get satellite internet because I face the opposite way.
But Dorothy Ruth reaffirmed that the chat is working, so that's a good deal.
Good.
So
Chat's working.
Yeah. So did you have anything else that you wanted to cover? Anything that you were watching?
Just, as far as censorship, obviously they just keep continuing to shut us down, left and right. Now, Mark Dice. I don't know if you guys follow Mark Dice, but I'm sure a lot of you do. I think he's awesome, really funny. He's the guy that plays the videos and just puts his face in the corner.
I love him.
Yeah, he said that Twitter and Periscope actually say now it's against the terms of service, TOS, to even post a screenshot of them shutting your page down. Like, you're not even allowed to say, they shut my page down. So he said, what are you going to do, shut me down again? So he posted a screenshot of them shutting them down.
Wow.
The censorship is really, really out of control. And make no mistake, Twitter and Periscope and all these social medias are pretty powerful at this point to help get elections. Make no mistake, they know what they're doing. They're shutting down free speech, especially on the right, because they've seen how powerful it was, for the 2016 election. Now we got 2020 coming. I don't see anybody out there running against Trump. I really don't. Good luck with all these clowns. Like I said, I can't wait till they start debating each other and ripping each other apart. It's going to be awesome to watch the Democrats rip each other apart. It's just going to be great. The other thing I wanted to talk about, I don't know much about this, but I know Whitaker's done and Barr's moving in. Some people think Barr's good. Some people think he's not good. Hopefully the Mueller thing's about to wrap up. They never had anything. They never intended to have anything. Now they're moving into, his finances, and 81 people got a letter that, this is never going to end.
No.
This is just going to keep going and going. So everybody's going to need to, get out there, convince people to get the agenda going, vote for pro-MAGA stuff. And MAGA is not about President Trump. I've said this a million times. MAGA is something all conservatives and right-wing people wanted. These are all things we wanted long before Trump. He just came to fulfill them, and he became our voice and won. Right. So long after Trump, there's still going to be make America great ideas, secure the border, support the police and military, and, all these things. So we just got to get out there and spread the word and make sure that we don't let socialism take over, which I hopefully don't think will happen. Rich tends to think, I don't know, they have a little stronger foothold. I don't think they do, but we'll see what happens.
Well, only from the fact that I think the global elitist wants socialism, so I think eventually it does come down to Pike. Pat, World Police, was asking, are you guys in danger of getting shut down? Not imminently, and I'll just add something. We've talked about this before about censorship, because you talked about how strong YouTube, Google, and these people are getting. Here's the whole problem. These companies, and I've said it before, that initially got their backing by shareholders and everything on a free platform. You can come on, terms of service. Each side had the same voice, as far as in the political strata of these companies. Each side had the same voice. Now that they've gotten that foothold, now that they've become the monopolies and the juggernauts that they become, now the social engineering that they have, because by the nature of being a tech company, they're left-leaned anyway. So now they use the position of power I feel that, yeah, eventually that's why it is swaying against the conservative, because that's why they label people that are conservative supremacist, extremist, you know, all the ultra right, all this. It doesn't matter. That's how they want to try to label it, and that's the basis that they shut you down. Will we get shut down? Yeah, eventually we'll quit being nice, and we're going to start talking about things that are really going to, but by that time we hope to become entrenched enough and have enough fallback places that, you know, we can still get something out there heard, if anybody even cares to hear it.
Yes, and eventually our own website. But me personally, am I afraid to be shut down? No. For those of you who just started following me, but many that have been following me since the beginning, I was FB Live Real News. I had 3,000 followers about 2 years ago. They shut my page down. After that, I made 5 pages. They shut those down. Then I switched to Total News Network because I started on Facebook. Now this is my 5th page on, Total News Network. So Vantage Point hasn't been shut down. Hopefully it won't. But what they do now, I've noticed, they don't shut you down anymore. What they do is shadow ban you, obviously, but they call something deboosting. Nobody gets alerts. If you tweet something out, then nobody will see the tweet, and you won't be recommended in the suggested broadcasting. Like, do you know how many followers that I have that appreciate what I do and think I'm pretty good, which is cool, and I appreciate that. And I'll go on other pages and I'll see all those people, and how many people say, "Hey, Jake, I haven't seen you live in a while." And I'm like, I'm live every other day, but they have no idea, you know?
Yeah.
They don't get suggested broadcasts. They don't get alerts. They don't get nothing from me. Ugats, as we say in New York. Ugats.
Yeah, or the other thing, they just demonetize you. I mean, these people that actually have productions and stuff going on that it takes money to run, or it's how they're trying to make their money. Boom, they're gone. And don't forget about this. We talk about the fact that one of your fallbacks will be a website. Well, here's the problem with that. Any video that exists in this world runs through 2 things, Vimeo or YouTube, pretty much. And the Vimeo stuff is running through YouTube anyway. So YouTube, a private individual or a small group of people will hardly ever have enough money to actually fund their own site, to actually have their own servers, to have their own videos that YouTube couldn't touch.
Well, it's beyond that. Even let's expand it even more. About a year ago, all the URL people, the people that you make your website name, domain, like GoDaddy,
right,
they'll shut your domain name down. Right. Now, the Southern Poverty Law Center, which is just a left-wing propaganda arm, it used to, I guess, way back in the day, care about rights. They teamed up with like PayPal and Patreon, and they'll shut your bank down too. I mean, we're talking about straight out, Nazism. Right. We'll shut your voice down. We'll shut your money down. Yep. You know what I mean? Now they just take you out, take your PayPal out. It's happened to Laura Loomer. It's happened to so many people.
Yeah, and it happened to Laura Loomer for the stupidest reason too. Rocky's reminiscing the fact that he remembers the car chases I remember the car chases that you would stream
that was
back
fun.
in the day.
I used to do the car chases with Benny Hill songs and Superman flying. And once I get internet back, obviously I'll keep doing that. I really enjoy this show, Vantage Point. We're growing slow. I don't care about clicks and views and stuff. I care about quality. So if people say, sometimes I talk about other people and other pages and scammers, and they're like, "You're just jealous." No, I don't do this for a living. I have other things I do. I do this to meet great people, hang with my friend Rich here, meet great people, and grow this nice. I want a quality following and a quality audience. I could care less about numbers, honestly.
However, speaking of numbers, if you do like the broadcast, please feel free to subscribe to YouTube.
Yes.
Give us a thumbs up. Always, if nothing else, it kind of like puts a little feather in our cap because we feel good, because we feel like someone actually is watching. So if nothing else, do it for that reason. Plus the fact that Jake's always threatening that he's going to be rolling out of Periscope anyway. So in that regard, we would be on YouTube primarily. So if you do like it, wouldn't want to either miss you or you miss us if you want to see it. So anyway, that's about all I got. Anything else?
Well, the reason that I always say, Periscope, to me when I first started, and about 2 years ago when I started doing this OBS and news station, I was kind of one of the first. I'm not saying I invented it, but I definitely was one of the first to bring OBS to Periscope and do the kind of news thing. Many followed after that. I'm not saying that I started it or anything. Don't get me wrong. But it kind of got out of control with the whole scamming and grifting and MAGA groups fighting, and it kind of left a bad taste. I don't run from a fight. That's why I'm still here. You shut down my page, I come right back. You know, I only usually talk bad about people that I feel like are scammers or are not good people. And actually, I want to talk real quick about this. Last night, I went on a certain page with my new account, my 10th account. And it's a certain coalition that follows MAGA and a bald-headed guy that looks like Uncle Festa. So I went on there to, they were having one of those broadcasts now where Periscope allows you to call in or at least click in. And I figured, let me try to go in there and let me throw myself at the mercy of these people. Just maybe they'll let me on and I can actually do some passive-aggressive attacks on them. But they didn't buy it. I give them credit. They didn't fall for it. They shut me down. They blocked me immediately and considered me a troll, which they have a right to do. I can't stand them people. But the funny part was they were saying, because I watched the broadcast because somebody shared it, said, hey, Jake, this certain coalition was talking about you. I was like, yeah, they blocked me. They were claiming that I was asking to be their friends, and they shut me down. Hold up. Let me just clear this up real quick. They no way in hell, dude, I would ever want to be your friend. I was going to try to troll you, and I'm giving you credit for shutting me down and not falling for it. But to say I was trying to be your friend and to come to your side, you got the wrong one, bro. I ain't on nobody's side. So get it right. And you're ugly as shit, so don't ever talk about my looks. You don't even watch my broadcast. They accused me of my profile picture not being me. I'm on camera every day, dude. What are you talking about, you bald-headed freak? So bring it if you're going to bring it. Ain't nobody trying to beg you for your friendship. So get over yourself. That's a narcissist. I tried to troll you. You didn't fall for it. But don't claim I was trying to make friends with your side. Your side is disgusting. Okay? Let's clear that up.
All right. And so...
And how about that? I didn't know I'd be covering that, but I wanted to.
Yeah, no, that was cute. I like that. So, no, that was awesome. And, okay, so... Once again, that's all I had. Anything else?
No, that's it. That's all I'm going to tear up right now. But hey, I'm sure there'll be more. Don't worry.
Awesome. Well, hey, no, it's fun. I love it. Thank you. And guys, once again, you could have been anywhere tonight. It's a Wednesday. It's Ash Wednesday, but you chose to spend it with us, or at least a portion of it if you're even still out there. But we do thank you for it, and we appreciate your patronage. So anyway, anything else?
No, that's it. That's all I'm going to cut up for now.
All right, we're going to try to fly the outro. It may or may not work. If it does, take a look at it. I probably need to change it. It's been around forever. And, yeah, we'll see you later.
Peace.
I would like to begin with a poem in old-fashioned meter. Be good to us, and we will be good to you. Be good to us, and we will be good. I would like to begin with a poem in old-fashioned meter. Be good to us, and we will be good to you. Be good to us, and we will be good. Be good to us, and we will be good to you.